You shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, we are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
And join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's play some ball.
Hello, volleyball fans, and welcome to wherever you are. We are the Snohomish Times Sports Network, and you're joining us here at Marysville Pilchuck High School for the District 1 4A playoffs. We've got ourselves a pair of loser-out matches to start the night here. These four teams have all lost once. They're fighting for their playoff life. We're going to have our focus primarily on Mount Vernon versus Kamiak here on court number 1. We've got a little bit better camera angle on that one for you. We will be giving you updates and from time to time sliding over to take a look at Glacier Peak versus Monroe on the other side of the gym on court number 2. Kamiak surprised to be involved in this round as they took a tough loss to Jackson Tuesday night. Pretty unexpected that Jackson was going to move on. Jackson will face Lake Stevens in the championship match. Winner to state starting at about 7 after we're done with the 5 o'clock matches here. So the winners of these two matches will play each other for an opportunity. They still have a chance to go. You got to win 2 tonight, and then the winner of the second match here tonight will play against the loser of the championship match on Saturday for a berth in the state championship as well. So lots of exciting volleyball coming up here in District 1 4A. Taking a look, Kamiak has got Hannah Canute, Jacqueline Janczykowski on the pins. Quincy Flowers is their middle. Sarah Brockvogel, the right side. Haley Gilbert is their libero. And Sam Gregory, their starting libero. No changes, no surprises, it doesn't look like, from Kamiak. Starting off with the serve for Mount Vernon, number 5, Kennedy Coulter. Net violation called right away against Mount Vernon. So we've got Kennedy Coulter, number 9. No, number 5 is Kennedy. I believe she's setting. I think we're starting. No, it looks like number 9 is going to set. That's Abby Buchman. Big swing from Veronica Pratt there. That ball's picked up by Naomi Oates. Pratt sends a down ball, picked up by Flowers. Gregory outside now, Janczykowski. Nice dig there by Oates. Back set and the tip over. That's Kennedy Coulter, the lefty. She gets her first kill of the night. Kennedy Coulter, Abby Buchman, Veronica Pratt, all players to watch for this Mount Vernon team. There's Sarah Brockvogel. Nice pick, almost a nice pickup by Pratt. Sarah Brockvogel, the right side for Kamiak, gets her first kill of the night. That brings Quincy Flowers back to serve. Right side, Coulter pounds that one off the antenna. The libero for Mount Vernon, I believe, hold on, let me see if I can get a look at her number. She's got some amazing hair. I can't see the number on the back of her jersey. Flowers continues to serve. Tough pass there from Oates. Picked up, tipped over, and out of play. Number 17's the libero for Mount Vernon. Of course, number 17 not listed on our roster here, so we'll try and figure out who that is through the course of the evening. Quincy Flowers continuing to serve 4-1 in favor of Kamiak on court 1. It's Monroe trailing, I believe, 5-2 to Glacier Peak on court number 2. Nope, Monroe is ahead 4-3 over Glacier Peak. Set number 1 for all this action. Here's a libero for Mount Vernon serving. Caitlin Kuntz with the pass. Sam Gregory in the middle. Grace Forrester, tip over the top. Nice pickup from Oates. Coulter with the tip, popped up in the air by Janchikowski. Gregory bump set for Brockvogel. Taking a look out of the back row, it's Veronica Pratt. She swings a heavy paw. Touch detected, and Pratt's going to get the kill. Do our best to keep up with the stats. I can barely stat one match inaccurately while I'm broadcasting, much less try and get two. We'll focus the stats on Kamiak Mount Vernon. Give updates. Glacier Peak with Natalie Ayot at the service line, up 5-4 now over the Bulldogs. Sam Gregory outside for Janchikowski. Free ball back over. Forrester. Gregory. Forrester. Tip right at Coulter. Abby Buchman. Tip. That's put back by Brockvogel. Pick up by Oates. Here's Coulter with the right hand. Called for a lift. That's a tough call. She reaches out and tries to poke that one through. Sloan Spencer, and it looks like that's going to be Adriana Kempton coming in to serve and set for Kamiak. Sloan Spencer comes in to play the right side for the Knights as they stick with the 6-2. Adriana Kempton, the freshman setter, misfires on her first serve in the match. That brings Kennedy Coulter back to serve. She's listed as an opposite. She's a senior this year. Nice tip by Forrester as she gets the kill for Kamiak. Hannah Canute into the front row now. Jacqueline Janchikowski back to the service line. Janchikowski goes right at Coulter. Buchman, right side now. Oates, double contact call against the setter, Abby Buchman, junior. Naomi Oates, a junior as well. She's got every position on the roster listed next to her name. I like those kind of players. Grace Forrester, Kempton. Here's Hannah Canute with the big swing. Nice dig from the libero. Buchman pushes outside for Oates. Forrester gets her hands on it, but Naomi Oates gets the kill for Mount Vernon. One would think that they've got their work cut out for them against Kamiak. However, Kamiak may be a little bit deflated after the loss to Jackson. Haley Gilbert shepherds that one out of play. We've got quite a bit of animated discussion going on the other court, as it seems that the teams are huddled up. The officials are working through something. Not exactly sure what. Hannah Canute working through a power tip out of play. Mount Vernon. Not a fast start to the season, but a really strong middle stretch and a strong finish. First time I've seen him this year, unfortunately. Don't have much to refer to. There's Janchikowski. Kempton, Flowers, hammers that one off the block. Pick up Coulter. Buchman to the right side for Pratt. That's picked up by Kempton. Out of system set from Spencer. Just popped over. Double contact call against Hannah Canute. Good call there. Back to serve for Mount Vernon, number 13. We also don't have a number 13 on our roster, so better broadcasts when the coaches update their rosters, but we'll do our best to figure out who number 17 and number 13 are as the night goes on. What a rundown by Haley Gilbert. Spencer keeps it alive. Kempton sends a free ball to Coulter. There's Buchman and a hammer in the middle. That's Grace Pullett, the 5'8" sophomore middle. Holy smokes, that was a fun play. She gets up quick and early. And by my extremely unofficial stat sheet, that's 4 players for Mount Vernon, each with 1 kill so far. So nice, well-distributed offense. Kempton for Flowers. She hammers that one down. Quincy Flowers with her first kill of the night. Taking a look on the other side, Monroe and Glacier Peak. Monroe's got a 9-6 lead in set number 1. So we see Sam Gregory trickle that ball off the tape. Senior setters. setting Sarah Brockvogel. That ball is bounded off the block. Canute over the top. Nice pickup by Coulter Buchman, running fast but too low for Pratt. Abby Buchman trying to run her offense very quickly to that outside pin, and that set was just a smidge low. Veronica Pratt forced into a contact below the height of the net. Olivia Pratt, sorry, Veronica's her older sister. I coached Veronica a couple years ago. I should probably have those two dialed in. There's Olivia, the big swing. 2 kills on the night for her. That's that fast tempo set they're looking for in Mount Vernon. That brings the setter Buchman to the service line. Timeout called for Glacier Peak at 6:10 on court number 2. Monroe rolling here early. Again, the winners, you're playing for your life. The winners of these 2 matches will face each other at 7 p.m., same time as we'll be bringing you the championship match with updates from the loser out match on the other side. Championship match for District 1 4A. Lake Stevens versus Jackson. Should be a good one tonight. Here's Buchman. Bump set for Pratt. Looking for the touch. No touch detected. That's a point for Kamiak.
Oh, they got the banners up. So we are in the right spot.
Let's watch Lexi Carpenter make a ridiculous dig on the other side for Monroe. Here's Gregory. Outside Janczykowski, and Jackie puts that one down. Senior outside hitter for Kamiak. Very impressive young lady. Caitlin Kuntz will serve. Olivia Pratt, quick in the middle for Pratt. She cuts that one away. Nice wrist away from Olivia Pratt. And again, that low, fast set from Abby Buchman, so strong. When it gets there, it is excellent. Pratt comes to the service line for Mount Vernon. Kuntz, Gregory on the right side, Brockvogel, double contact call. Gonna call him tight tonight. It is districts after all. Macy McCory trying to keep a ball up on that side. Monroe 11-8 on court number 2. Misfire by Pratt. Kamiak working their way down the stretch. Quincy Flowers at the service line. Listed at 5'10". She's a junior middle. She jumps out of the gym. One of my favorite middles to watch in Wesco this year. Misfire from Kennedy Coulter on the right side. Another point for the Knights. Glacier Peak working without Aaliyah Stratton, who is sick tonight. Has been an impact player down the stretch for them. Still working to find their way. Ooh, I thought that ball might have come up off the tape, then the hands. The official says just the hands, and Kamiak is rolling here a little bit. Quincy Flowers continuing to serve. This ball quick outside. That ball's out of play as it came off the block and then the antenna. So that's a kill for Naomi Oates. Line judge, I'm not sure what he was looking at. I have a slightly worse angle than he did, and it clearly came off the block and bounced off the antenna, but no indication from the line judge there. Gregory in the middle. Grace Forster hammers that one. Coulter with a nice pickup and a double contact from number 13 in the middle of the court. Carly Bond just hammered one down for Glacier Peak. That's the crowd reaction you hear from court number 2. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Adriana Kempton and Sloan Spencer back in as the part of the double sub. Kempton will serve and set. Buchman out of the back row. Pratt. Forster's all over that one. Janczykowski has to pick that ball up. Buchman with the dig, out of system set. Here's Oates, picked up by Janczykowski again. Forster lost something in the middle of the court there. She can't tell if she's injured or she just dropped something and had to pick it up. She looks fine. Kempton will continue to serve. Nice defense from Janczykowski. Big block by Sydney Peterson for Glacier Peak on the other side. Janczykowski with the tip block there, and then Sloan Spencer misplays it And unfortunate for Kamiak, but a much-needed side out for Mount Vernon. Sydney Goins serving for Glacier Peak. Monroe and Glacier Peak now tied at 12. Kempton, bump set for Forster. Wings that one right at Coulter. The over dig hit back by Spencer. Dig by number 17. And a quick in the middle. Number 13 gets a kill. We got 2 mystery women for Mount Vernon. Libero is listed as Sarah Ware, number 16. I don't see a number 16, so we're gonna assume that Mount Vernon's libero right now is Sarah Ware. She's listed as L1, which I've never seen before, but L1 I'm gonna assume means starting libero. Karen Rowe is listed as number 27. I don't see a number 27 either. It's like a double contact called. Quite a few double contacts here through the first set. Kamiak and Mount Vernon. Hannah Canute checks back in for the Knights. Monroe on a little run on the other side. Service ace as they're working on. I don't have my rosters out. Digging deep into the rosters. It's Leah Stratton's replacement. Nice swing from Kennedy Coulter there. Anna Wiganist is serving and doing a nice job of it, and she is working on, good grief, there's team rosters everywhere. She is working on Emily Jamison. Carly Bond just tooled one off the block for Glacier Peak, 13-16. Grizzlies trailing the Bearcats. Here's Coulter misfiring on the right side for Mount Vernon. Haley Gilbert, senior libero, at the service line for Kamiak. And she's going to get credit for the ace there. Two matches going on. Even the unofficial inaccurate stats are pretty much out the window at this point. We'll do our best just to keep you up on the action here. As we get a timeout. Looks like timeout by Mount Vernon. Kamiak in the driver's seat here in set number 1. We switch over. We're going to switch over and take a look at Glacier Peak. 14 serving 16 against Monroe. That's Alyssa Zalda who just served that one out of play. That's going to bring Tatum McGovern, junior setter for the Monroe Bearcats, back to the service line. We've talked about this Monroe team a lot this year. They've got all the pieces, all the parts, but they're very young. Looking to see when they're going to put it together, if they're going to put it together. There's McGovern with the service ace against McQuarrie. Macy McQuarrie, senior libero for Glacier Peak, has been really solid this year. Zalda outside, that swing over the top, number 23. Number 23 is Christina Argue, junior outside hitter. So Glacier Peak digging into some players that haven't seen a lot of time this year, trying to replace Aaliyah Stratton. Someone else missing from that lineup as well. Nice touch by Sophia Barber. And we're back over with Kamiak Mount Vernon now. Tip over the top by Buchman. Set from Kempton. Hannah Canute hammers that one down 2-3. Nice dig from Kempton. Out of system set, Jan Chakowski. Canute rolls that over the top. What a get by the setter. Pratt off the block, picked up by Gilbert. Haley Gilbert clearly hurt there. Looks like her back sore. Looking for a touch. Touch detected. I didn't see it, but the official was all over that one. And Haley Gilbert holding her back a little bit. Looks like maybe, well, I'm not going to conjecture on what's going on. She's a tough kid. She's going to continue to serve. She doesn't want to miss this for anything. Monroe rolling over 20-14 now over Glacier Peak. The Grizzlies struggling a little bit. Abby Buchman to Pratt. Spencer. Flowers picks it up. Free ball sent Kipton to Coulter. Buchman tip over the top. Slapped up in the air. That's a terrible call. She reached out and slapped the ball up in the air. She doubled it all over the place, but you can do that on a first contact. I did not see any way, shape, or form of a lift from Sloan Spencer there. Misfire by Mount Vernon. Funny how often those things work themselves out. As a coach, you counsel your team, control what you can control. Let the officials do their job. No matter how they choose to do it, you have to play the next play to the best of your ability. Glacier Peak using their second time out at 14-20 against Monroe. Here's Abby Buchman. Quick outside for Pratt. Looking for a touch, none detected. And the Kamiak serving for set number 1 here. Sam Gregory, their senior setter at the service line. She misfires. Tatum McGovern still at the service line for the Monroe Bearcats. She goes after Christina Argue. Emily Hastings with a swing out of the back row over there. Meanwhile, Abby Buchman with a serve right to Hannah Canute. Push outside. Big swing for Sarah Brockvogel. Picked up by Pratt. The lefty, Kennedy Coulter, puts that one down. Nice play by Kennedy there. I feel like I've been watching that kid play since she was 12. Recognize a number of these kids from their days with Seattle Juniors. Recognize some of them from time spent at the Skagit Valley College camp when I was coaching there. Net violation call. That's the end of set number 1. Kamiak takes the first set 25-19 over the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. Meanwhile, Tatum McGovern still at the service line. Now 23-14 Monroe. Boat race on against Glacier Peak over here. And all this, that got away quickly. That match was not too far off. And I believe it was 13-14. And now it's well out of control. Christina Argue with a good swing. Nice pickup by Megan Toomey, junior defensive specialist in the match. Avery Davidson gets that ball pushed back at her. Lexi Carpenter picks the ball up nicely on this side. Avery Davidson roll shot over the top right to Macy McQuarrie. Lissa Zalda misfires with Peterson. Nothing working for Glacier Peak. Tatum McGovern tries to take matters in her own hands, dump that one, and that doesn't work for her. Brings Natalie Ayat to the service line. Big jump top spin is her forte. She's been a very effective server this year. There's a good one right to Carpenter. McGovern runs it down. Free ball sent by Toomey. Peterson. Zalda. No question that was going to Sydney Peterson. She wants the touch. I didn't see it. Looked like she just spatched it right over top of the block. The Glacier Peak fans don't like that, but I think that was a desperation call. Looking for something, anything to happen. End of the match to serve for Monroe is Cassidy Culbertson, senior defensive specialist. Set point here in set number 1. Dave Thorne, head coach of Glacier Peak, standing on the sideline shaking his head. Natalie Ayat trips and falls there and misfires on that one, and Glacier Peak literally sulks off of the court. Not a good sign for the Grizzlies. They've got about 2 minutes to right the ship, get ready for set number 2. While we're between sets, we'll go ahead and take a quick break here on STSPN.com.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
And we're back, just about ready for set number 2 here on both courts. Kamiak with a 1-0 lead over Mount Vernon. Glacier Peak trails by a set to the Monroe Bearcats. These are loser-out matches in the District 1 4A tournament. I'm Matty Bishop. This is the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Thank you so much to our sponsors for helping to make this happen. Uprising Volleyball, we stepped up and paid the district fees to make sure this broadcast came out for you tonight. Got God, we just love to be a part of this, and really stoked to be part of this volleyball community up here. So thank you to us, I guess. Ace Hardware Lake Stevens, they have supported us all year. They need your support as well. Make sure they know that you appreciate what they're doing for our volleyball community by making these broadcasts on STSPN.com possible. We've also got support from McDaniel's Do It Center in Snohomish, Fred's Rivertown Ale House, and GNS Heating and Cooling. After the Kamiak, well, we'll see how many T-shirts we got. We're going to hand out as many Speedway Chevrolet Player of the Match awards as we possibly can tonight. We'll see how many T-shirts we have and hand all those out, and then maybe some IOUs as well. Don't see any changes out of the gates for either side here. Mount Vernon and Kamiak both look to be doing the same thing. Quincy Flowers, she's doing the same thing. It's a quick swing in the middle off the set from her senior setter, Sam Gregory. Future is bright for this Kamiak team. They've got a pair of freshman setters who they utilize frequently. We've seen Adriana Kempton tonight. We've also seen Cameron Woodworth into that setting role as well, another freshman. Seen Marina Toucan get opportunities as a freshman. There's a lot of good things happening here. That's Jacqueline Janchikowski with that swing. Kennedy Coulter hammers it off of the tape, and then a couple funky contacts, one by Flowers, one by Brockvogel. Coulter gets the kill. And Olivia Pratt back to serve. Ball by Janchikowski. Sorry, Jackie. Off the tape and down. A nice swing from the right side for Sarah Brockvogel. There's the swing from Naomi Oates. Nice block there by Flowers. Good pickup again. That's a double. I'm not sure how we didn't call that one. Jacqueline Janchikowski down the line. Nice pickup by the libero. Oh, Olivia Pratt. That's a beautiful swing. As the hole open in the block, that tempo between Abby Buchman and Olivia Pratt even works out of the back row. Beautiful play by her, and it is 3-1 Bulldogs right now. We'll keep the scores going here. It's 1-1 on the other court. Monroe, Tatum McGovern serving for them. Sam Gregory with a set there. Jacqueline Janchikowski hammers that one down. She's hit a couple pretty good, but right at defenders. This time she finds a seam. Quincy Flowers back to serve for the Kamiak Knights. Pratt, Buchman, Coulter, just long. Oh, hard for me to see that line over here, to be perfectly honest. I got nothing for you on that back line. It is silver and in the glare. I thought it was out, but the line judge is right on top of it. Caitlin Kuntz, the overfeed, and a little confusion on the Mount Vernon side. Tatum McGovern's got Monroe off to a 3-1 lead against Glacier Peak in set number 2. Back to the service line now. That is Cameron Woodworth, the other freshman setter that we spoke about. Janchikowski with a funky chicken wing. Kennedy Coulter and Jackie with the big block. Jackie Janchikowski, that was nicely done. Buchman outside for Naomi Oates. Pickup by Woodworth. Nice out of system heads up set from Gregory. Spencer sends a free ball. Pratt, Buchman back now to Kennedy Coulter. That's a sweet play. I really like the tempo of this Monroe offense. I love the fact that Abby Buchman can go to both pins at tempo. That was beautiful. And the lefty, Kennedy Coulter, with a nice put away there. Cameron Woodworth now for Sloan Spencer. Misfire on that one. It's Mount Vernon team, no one to look past. I like the way they play. That fast tempo offense, if they can control it, really keep that in, they've got some great weapons. Coulter misses there. Taking a look, it's Cassidy Culbertson at the service line for Monroe. 5 serving 2. Bearcats serving to Glacier Peak. Make it 6 versus 2. Cassidy Culbertson with an ace on the other side. Here's Jacqueline Yonchikowski with the serve. She gets an ace. We got synchronized volleyball going on here at Marysville Pilchuck High School. Glacier Peak looks like they're in trouble. They're down 7-2 early in set number 2. That serve passed up into the rafters, and it comes down at a funky angle. No one able to play. Then all of a sudden, the senior Jacqueline Yonchikowski has her Kamiak Knights on a roll here in set number 2. There's the pass we're looking for. Kennedy Coulter out of the back row, but she misfires on that one. Remember coaching with Bill Neville when we were working with the Sound Premier Volleyball team. One of the big things he taught me, Bill Neville, of course, has 2 Olympic gold medals as a coach, the 84 and 88 USA men's Olympic gold medalists. But taught me play as fast as you can control. And so play fast for the sake of playing fast doesn't work, but when you can control it, it is beautiful. Hannah Canute, big swing down the line. Nice job by her turning that angle. Glacier Peak finally gets a side out. It's Alyssa Zalda into the match, 3 serving 9 now. Glacier Peak trailing the Monroe Bearcats on court number 2. Freshman for Monroe, Ellie Lewis gets a kill. First ball side out for Monroe, and it's 10-3 Bearcats. Here's a free ball from Olivia Pratt. Cameron Woodworth. Grace Forster cuts it away. Nice pickup by Naomi Oates. Out of the back row, there's Pratt. Nice dig, Gilbert. Woodworth again, that's a double contact, looking for Forster, and just tried to do a little too much with it. As a setter, sometimes you get thinking about that ball, and it's difficult to decide too late, and things don't quite work out the way you want them to with your hands. Naomi Oates, good serve. Nice pickup by Haley Gilbert. Whoa, look at that fast set for Pratt. Holy smokes. That ball is barely above the height of the tape. She just shoots it out there on a rope. Easily the fastest play that I've seen out of a Wesco team this year. Very impressive work. Got Abby is a junior. We get another year of Abby Buchman setting for the Monroe Bearcats. Here's Cameron Woodworth, Hannah Canute. Dug by Pratt. Buchman with the dump that time, and she's tricky too. Holy smokes. I haven't seen Abby play in at least a year, probably 2. Very impressed with what I see out of this young lady tonight. Haley Gilbert keeps it alive, right to Kennedy Coulter, quick in the middle, and a misfire there. Looked like Aaliyah Angulo missed on that one. Just couldn't get it quite over the top. Volleyballs flying at the camera equipment. Producer Todd is having his own little nightmare here on Halloween week. Haley Gilbert at the service line. Senior libero for Kamiak, and again, that one didn't make it over the tape. So Pratt's point of contact too low, comes off the top tape. That's 4 touches. That one too fast, too close to the antenna. 4 contacts again. The beauty of high school volleyball. When it works, it's beautiful. When it's fast and it doesn't, it's not so beautiful. Here we go out of the back row. Kennedy Coulter, nice pickup by Yonchikowski. Bump set from Woodworth. Canute, cross court at Oates. Here's Pratt again. Quick tip over the top. Nice pickup, Woodworth. And the free ball sent out of play, so a side out for Mount Vernon. Interesting second set here on court number 1. Monroe 13-6 over Glacier Peak. Senior setter for the Grizzlies, Sierra Pratt, at the service line, trying to spark a little something for the Grizzlies. Another great pickup by Cameron Woodworth. She is playing some defense tonight. There she is again. Nice out of system set by Janczykowski. Swing by Canute, dug by Oates. Buchman, Pratt. Oh, that's a big block from Quincy Flowers. She closed off the cross court that time. They ran it just a touch slower, and Quincy had time to get over in front of that one. Sam Gregory checks back into the match, as does Sarah Brockvogel. Sarah Brockvogel's been very impressive this year. She's a 6-foot sophomore. We mentioned the future at Kamiak is bright. Oh, that's a nice blocking cover from Flowers there. And trying to work that quick middle for the Bulldogs. Grace Pollitt had a nice swing earlier in the match. Got a good one off of the hand of Flowers and then missed the second chance at it there. Oates, Buchman, Kennedy Coulter out of the back row. Dig, here's bump set from Gregory, just lobs it up for Brockvogel. That's picked up by Coulter. Buchman fast for Pratt again, and this time off the block. Olivia Pratt and Abby Buchman. That is a beautiful play. Beautiful, beautiful play from Mount Vernon. So much fun to watch. Abby Buchman, the setter at the service line. Perfect pass from Gilbert. Just nice high set for Brockvogel. Picked up by Ware. Swing from the other side. Sarah Brockvogel stuffs that one. Kennedy Coulter flying into that play. And Sarah Brockvogel, I believe her hands were split. I think she just reached out with her right hand on the read for that one. Put that ball straight back down. Nice play out of the sophomore for Kamiak. There's Hannah Canute. Hannah Canute, just a junior this year. Off the block, pick up by Ware. And Quincy Flowers. So looking at this Kamiak roster, we've talked about the freshman setters. Looking at next season, they've got Quincy Flowers, Sarah Brockvogel, Hannah Canute all coming back. They'll lose Sam Gregory, who will graduate. Haley Gilbert will graduate. Jacqueline Janczykowski will graduate. But they have a stacked team for next year already. Monroe taking it to Glacier Peak on the other court, 17-9. Tatum McGovern at the service line for the Bearcats. We see that ball's off the touch. Quincy Flowers will come back to serve for Kamiak. Ellie Lewis has had a couple ridiculous kills, the freshman for Monroe. Every time I look over there, she's hitting a ball that doesn't look like it's going to drop, and somehow it finds a line. Monroe Bearcats have been joking with Coach April Munoz all year. Is this the match? Is this the match? Oddly enough, I didn't say anything to her today. Maybe this is the match. Caitlin Kuntz pops this one up. Sam Gregory. Janczykowski, high roll over the top to Pratt. Buchman fast for Oates. It's pushed right back at her by Brockvogel, but out of play. Naomi Oates gets the kill. Oates is just a junior. She'll be back next year. 20-9, timeout Glacier Peak on the other court. Sam Gregory in the middle, little collision between Forster and Janczykowski, as I think they were holding on to each other to keep either one of them from going into the net. It's an interesting choreographed play. Not exactly how they drew it up, I'm sure. Cameron Woodworth back in to serve and set for the night. Sloan Spencer into the front row. Nice serve from Woodworth, but right at the libero. Where Coulter hammers that one off the block. Gosh, she has a huge broad jump. She comes out of that left side and she takes off looks like it's barely in front of the 10-foot line. It just has a gigantic broad jump to the ball. Gilbert, Woodworth, swing on the right side by Janczykowski. Here's Oates over the top to Gilbert. Woodworth into the middle, Forrester. Grace Forrester puts that one down. Nice swing from the middle for Kamiak. Speaking of Grace Forrester, she is a junior as well, so they'll get Grace back next year also. Undersized for a middle, most certainly, at only 5'9", but man, she has a wicked arm swing. We've seen her hit a couple balls really, really hard this year. The overfeed not dealt with so well by the combination of Forrester and Canute there. Back to the service line, Naomi Oates. Glacier Peak just looking for something good to happen, and it's not happening over there right now. That's 4 contacts. Good call. Referee all over it. That's a difficult spot for the up official to see, as it came off of the player with their back to him, bounced off the other player and up for contacts number 2 and 3, and then the 4th one. Nice job being on top of that one by the officials. Gilbert. Serve from her to Coulter. Quick outside for Pratt. That ball touched the antenna. Did it touch the antenna before or after the block? They're going to say before the block. Nice job by the line judge. She was all over that. The up official right in front of him, he was all over it as well. Oates out of system and out of play. So Mount Vernon, wheels coming off a little bit here for them. Kamiak down the stretch doing what they do. We've seen them be incredibly consistent throughout the season. They have a nice variety of the offense. They have a lot of weapons they can throw at you. They're a difficult team to defend against. That's a nice swing. Beautiful play in the middle. Nice job, Aaliyah Angulo, with that kill off the quick from Abby Buchman there. Wicked serve from Angulo. Spencer sends a free ball right to Oates. Buchman, she goes back for Coulter, and that's in. Wow, what a swing from Kennedy Coulter. Nice job by her, working out of the back row right now. Place where that amazing broad jump will definitely benefit you. 22-12, Monroe leading Glacier Peak on the other side. Sam Gregory at the service line for Kamiak. Right to the middle 6 for Oates. Quick outside, hammering it off the block. That's number 10, Olivia Kuipers. Kuipers, Coopers. Sorry, Olivia, if I missed that one. We're going to go with Kuipers. She's a junior as well. Abby Buchman with the serve. Gilbert can't control that one. Ace for Buchman. Mount Vernon not done yet. Glacier Peak behind the serve and a Natalie Ayotte sneaking back in. It's 15-22 now on the other side. And an ace for Ayotte and the Grizzlies. Ooh, that ball's going to drop. Nice job by Gilbert to recognize it and play it. Hannah Canute, just a little back-fisted swing, and Kamiak looked like a pinball machine there for a second, but they couldn't get the control to get it back over the net. Ayotte still at the service line. 16-22 on the Glacier Peak serving Monroe side. Abby Buchman serving for Mount Vernon here. Out of system set, free ball sent by Brockvogel. Here comes, quick back for Coulter. She tips that one with the right hand. Great pickup by Janczykowski. Free ball over the top. Here comes Buchman. Quick outside to number 10, Kuipers. Here's Brockvogel. That ball's off the block and can't be picked up, and Sarah Brockvogel with the kill. Set point in set number 2 for Kamiak. Glacier Peak forces the Monroe Bearcats into a timeout, 17-22 on the other court. We'll take you over there as soon as this one is over, providing that one's not over first. Hannah Canute with the serve. Bugman out of system set, and confusion in the middle. Kamiak takes set number 2 and a 2-0 lead over the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. They'll be heading to set 3 here momentarily. Taking a quick look at the other side, it's Natalie Ayot at the service line, junior outside hitter for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. That big jump top spin, and good timeout by April Munoz and the Bearcats. That risk-reward ratio, we've talked about it all year with that jump top spin. She certainly scored more than she gave up there. But the service error brings Kara Soles to serve. Senior setter DS for the Bearcats. She misfires. Claire Turner into the front row. Macy McQuarrie, senior libero for Glacier Peak at the service line. Tons of work to do for the Grizzlies, but they're starting to look a little more cohesive. Solis is setting. McGovern has that ball blocked. To the other side, Sarah Day with a nice swing. Zalda touches it below the height of the net, it's deemed, so it's not a back row attack. Claire Turner, big swing in the middle. And Solis runs that one down, sends it back over. Glacier Peak with the easy put away on the kill, or on the overfeed there. McQuarrie will continue to serve. McGovern, Soles, right side, Sarah Day. Gets that one through the block. Zalda sets that outside for Emily Hastings, puts that one on the floor. Well, the Grizzlies are looking like the Grizzlies again. So it's Claire Turner, it's like Christina Argue and Emily Hastings in the front row right now. That's Tatum McGovern with the little roll shot to get set point for Monroe in set number 2. Well, Glacier Peak looks to have found their feet, have overcome some of the adversity with the lineup changes. We know Aaliyah Stratton is out sick. Not sure, there's someone else missing. Just didn't quite look right for the Grizzlies right now. That pass from Ayot, tipped low by Zalda. Out of system set, Lexi Carpenter. Right side, Tatum McGovern. Ayot gets a hand on it, but Monroe goes up 2-0. So Kamiak with a 2-0 lead and Monroe with a 2-0 lead. We're going to take a quick 30-second break here on STSPN.com. We will be right back with more District 1 4A action.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Back inside Marysville-Pilchuck High School. Mount Vernon Bulldogs will serve against the Kamiak Knights. Kamiak with a 2-0 lead here on court number 1. It's Abby Buchman, the setter I can't stop talking about. She digs that ball. Here's Kennedy Coulter, nice swing over the top, and she finds that angle down. Nice work from Coulter. Buchman will continue to serve. Hannah Canute just can't get her feet to that ball. As we see her taking that really big broad jump. We talked about how Kennedy Coulter does it from that right side earlier. Much easier for a left-handed player to get to that ball than it is for a right-handed player. Buchman down the sideline and a service ace off of Jan Chakowski, and so Mount Vernon on a roll. Mount Vernon continues to roll here. Abby Buchman at the service line. Talented junior setter. She's been running this really fast-paced offense. Right now she's doing the damage with her serve. There's Haley Gilbert. Sam Gregory, Hannah Canute from the right side. Pick up by Buchman into the rafters. Nobody can run that one down, and Canute gets the kill. She'll check out. Caitlin Kuntz comes in to play defense. She will also serve for Kamiak. Your front row, Quincy Flowers, Sarah Brockvogel, and Jacqueline Janchikowski. Senior setter Sam Gregory and senior libero Haley Gilbert. Service ace there for Kuntz right out of the gate. Glacier Peak will start with serve on the other match, 0-0. Monroe leading Glacier Peak 2-0. Buchman there, quick serve in the back. That's Coulter, the lefty, hitting right out of the middle. Here's Brockvogel over the top and out, but a net violation call against Mount Vernon. Kamiak does have a bit more height than the Bulldogs do. Although I have to say with Kennedy Coulter and Naomi Oates, I like the way those two girls jump. Kuntz continues to serve. She misfires on that one, and Glacier Peak on the other side has a 2-0 lead. Livia Kuipers at the service line, Haley Gilbert. Sam Gregory, Jacqueline Janchikowski, pick up by Flowers. Gilbert back, free ball sent by Brockvogel. Coulter, big swing across, and Gregory can't handle it. Gilbert almost ran it down at the bench, but Kennedy Coulter with another big kill tonight. Going to keep Kuipers at the service line. Monroe on the other side has tied things up at 2. Mount Vernon, Glacier Peak both down 2-0 in these loser-out matches. District 1 4A, that's set way outside of the pen. Double contact and no way that Sarah Brockvogel was bringing that one back. Mount Vernon trying to stay alive here. Season ends, forever lose these matches. Don't need much more motivation than that. Sarah Brockvogel falling backwards on that one. Free ball's up by Kuipers. Quick outside for Oates. She rolls this one over the top. Gregory's all over that. Nice read by her. Janchikowski, dig Kuipers. Here we go, fast to Gregory again. That one, or fast to Oates again. That one right into the antenna. When it's good, it's good. When it's not, well, it's not. Quincy Flowers at the service line for Kamiak. Service ace for Flowers. So Kamiak knows all 4 of these teams know they've got to play another match after this tonight. So you want to, if you've got the lead now, if you're Kamiak or Monroe with a 2-0 lead, you want to take care of your business and take care of it quickly. Macy McQuarrie at the service line for Glacier Peak on this match number 2. Not letting that happen. Glacier Peak Grizzlies with a 6-2 lead over the Bearcats in set 3. Mount Vernon, as you can see on our scoreboard there, 8-5 over Kamiak. Both of the teams in the lead right now trail 2-0. We've got the championship match for District 1 4A coming up next. Oh, Jackie Janchikowski. That was a rip right through the seam in the block. Beautiful camera angle on that one here too. I kind of like the side quarter inline view, especially for a swing like that. As Janchikowski, the senior outside hitter, hammers that one down. It's going to be Adriana Kempton, the freshman, in to serve and set for Kamiak. So we saw Woodworth in the second set, Kempton in the first, and now Kempton again in the third as the 2 freshman setters splitting duty in the backside of the 6-2 behind Sam Gregory, the senior. 8-2 now for Glacier Peak over Monroe on court number 2 with McQuarrie still at the service line. Big swing by Coulter. Kempton gets under it. Kuntz gets a touch but just punches it into the bleachers. Mount Vernon, Kennedy Coulter working hard to hang on to this lead. Coulter back to the service line. She goes after Janchikowski. Kempton, Janchikowski, and that ball comes off Abby Buchman. She slides in as the off blocker trying to make that dig and just couldn't pop it up and control it. It rolls off her hands. The senior Janchikowski to the service line now for Kamiak. Sarah Day with a kill down the line for Monroe on court number 2. 4 serving 8 now. Monroe trailing Glacier Peak. There's Grace Forster getting her hands up on that block. Oh, what a defensive play from Jan Chakowski. Sloan Spencer runs it down. Gilbert sends a free ball. Here's Buchman again. That time they're going trying to work through the middle, which is Angulo. Funky pickup and I believe a net violation call against Mount Vernon. Jan Chakowski continues to serve. We mentioned it earlier, Kamiak upset on Tuesday night by the Jackson Timberwolves. They were none too pleased at that result. Now they've got the bulk of the work to do to get through to the state championship. We'll have the District 1 championship tonight. The winner of that match goes to state. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but Lake Stevens just filed in right in front of us. We'll also have the winners of these 2 matches facing off. The winner of that one will face the loser of the championship match for the second berth from District 1 to the state championship. Mount Vernon hanging on here. Naomi Oates at the service line for them. Gilbert going quick in the middle for Forster, and at a funky angle, somehow she finds that, and somehow she finds the floor with that. That did not look like a typical kill out of the middle by Grace Forster. But they all look the same on the score sheet. Haley Gilbert, senior libero, back to serve for Kamiak. On the other side, Monroe's got it back to 6-8 against Glacier Peak. Looks like a timeout from Glacier Peak over there. There's Hannah Canute, and that one is just long. She tries to go down the line. Mount Vernon hanging on here. Set number 3, hanging on for their lives. Aaliyah Angulo at the service line. Pick up by the middle, Flowers overfed. Swing from Kuiper, dug by Gilbert. Swing from Sloan, blocked by Kuiper. Kempton bump set for Canute, and she can't backpedal to get under that one. Grace Paladin is part of that block that was up on the Mount Vernon side as well. Anglo continues to serve. Gilbert, run down by Kempton. Way outside, nice left hand from Hannah Canute. Back across, Kuiper off the block, and Mount Vernon on a little roll here. They're not going to go away easy. Anglo serves right at Spencer. Kempton quick in the middle for Flowers, and that one is out. No touch detected. Quincy Flowers can't believe it. She hit a really hard angle. You could certainly see that it hit the tape, but I'm not sure that it caught the blocker's hands. Impossible to tell from this angle. Trusting the officials to be all over that one. Angulo serves it just long and out of play. So a much needed side out for Kamiak. Glacier Peak, 10 serving 7. Emily Hastings at the service line for the Grizzlies on court number 2. Sarah Ware. Buchman pushes that ball outside. Quincy Flowers all over that. Nice pickup, good cover for Mount Vernon. Flowers gets the swing, and she puts that one away. And the junior Flowers was going to win that point one way or another. She thought she had it with the block. That didn't quite work. She gets the quick set from the senior Sam Gregory and hammers that one into the floor. Gregory will continue to serve for the Knights. That's probably should be counted as a service ace. If we were keeping our extremely unofficial stats, we would put that on there. But with 2 matches going on at the same time and me trying to broadcast and call stats for both, that's not working out so well today. Abby Buchman set in the middle. Nice swing for Paulett. Beautiful play by the sophomore middle, Grace Paulett, only 5'8", but she got up and hit between the seam between Jan Chakowski, or pardon me, that was Canute and Flowers up on the block there. Nice job by her. Hannah Canute Perfect pass from her. Outside, here's Sarah Brockvogel off the hands. Pick up from Ware. Right side, that ball's over the top and in. Nice swing from Kuiper. She gets it cross court up and over. Nice work by her. Nice dig as well from Sarah Ware, the libero. Abby Buchman, the setter at the service line. Mount Vernon, pretty comfortable spot here. They are a big underdog against Kamiak, though. They've lost the first 2 sets. Nice swing by Sarah Brockvogel down the line. That ball dips in, catches the end line. District 1 4A tournament going on here at Marysville-Pilchuck High School. Little score check on the other side. The Glacier Peak Grizzlies trail by 2 sets to the Monroe Bearcats, but they're up 13-9 in set number 3. How about that block? Sarah Brockvogel and Quincy Flowers together on that one. Kamiak does not want to play any more than they have to in the first round here. Caitlin Kuntz, junior defensive specialist at the service line. Naomi Oates. Buchman quick in the middle for the lefty Coulter. That's off the block. Dug by Buchman. Out of system set by Ware. Misfire by Kuiper. And Kamiak all of a sudden right back within 1. Natalie Ayotte is doing work for Glacier Peak on the other side. She just hit a ball into the block. Made an amazing cover. And Avery Davidson gets a kill for Monroe out of the play. 10 serving 13 for the Monroe Bearcats. There's Sarah Brockvogel and Quincy Flowers again. And Kamiak right back into this one with Caitlin Kuntz at the service line. Turned out to be a good rotation for them with the senior setter Gregory in, Brockvogel on the right, Flowers in the middle, and the senior outside Janchikowski on the left pin. Here's Gregory. Oh, and Sam Gregory takes matters into her own hands there. So many weapons to choose from. Mount Vernon didn't expect her to choose that one. Caitlin Kuntz continues to serve. Kamiak with their first lead of set number 3. Oates, Buchman, that's quick and through the hands of Flowers. Nice job by Grace Pollitt. Nice connection between her and Abby Buchman. And again, can't stop talking about the tempo that Abby Buchman is running with this Mount Vernon offense is unlike anything else that we've seen in Wesco 4A this year. Janchikowski, Gregory's up and lift call. Okay, not sure I saw that. Continuing to serve for Mount Vernon, Olivia Kuipers. Gilbert, Gregory, Janchikowski, Ware with the dig. Buchman, she goes back for Coulter, who hammers that one off the block. Kennedy Coulter comes up with a big kill for the Bulldogs there. About to have a riot by the Monroe fans on the other side. I did not see what happened, but there are a lot of PO'd dads in the stands yelling at a referee right now. To be fair, something we don't see that often in our Wesco volleyball. Timeout as Mount Vernon open up a little lead here towards the end of set number 3. They are fighting for their lives against the Kamiak Knights. Taking a quick look on the other side, it is Macy McQuarrie serving for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. She misfires, and it is 15-12. Glacier Peak leading Monroe. Lexi Carpenter back to the service line for the Bearcats. Monroe with a 2-0 lead. So the underdog Monroe Bearcats lost their first round matchup against Jackson on Saturday. We had that one for you here on STSPN.com. Jackson will be in the District 1 4A finals tonight against Lake Stevens. That one's coming up next. Glacier Peak lost against Lake Stevens on Tuesday after they beat Mount Vernon on Saturday. Sarah Day with the kill over there for Monroe. Service ace from Olivia Kuipers for Mount Vernon, and all of a sudden the Bulldogs in command here in set number 3. Kamiak looks a little stunned. It was a stunning loss Tuesday night when Kamiak lost to Jackson on their home court. I don't think anyone expected that to happen. Kamiak's only 2 losses of the season had come at the hands of undefeated Lake Stevens. Jackson went in dealt them a loss on their home court, which makes their path to state much more difficult at this point. Misfire on the serve from Kuiper there, and Kamiak's got some work to do. It's the junior middle Flowers going back to the service line for the Knights. Forrester, Janczykowski, and Brockvogel in the front row. Gregory is your setter for Kamiak. Ware, Coulter, and Buchman battle over that one. Nice swing, but out. I like the aggressive from Grace Pollitt there. She's got to turn the hand, follow through with the fingers towards the end line and not the sideline. Flowers continues to serve. 14 serving 17. Monroe serving Glacier Peak on the other side. Flowers. Buchman throwing that one almost to Naomi Oates, and that's she's 14 feet off the net and on the other side of the court and still trying to run that fast tempo set with her hitters. I'm not sure if that's the most advisable play. Flowers continues to serve. She goes right after Oates that time. Buchman bump set there. Naomi Oates right at Flowers. Nice dig from the middle. Gregory pushes outside, quick tempo for Janczykowski. Buchman runs this one down, middle of the court. Free ball sent by Pollitt. Flowers again. Here comes Janczykowski. Jackie over the top, she missed. I thought for a second that we were going to see number 4 for Mount Vernon dig that ball, but she decided against it, and it just missed. Sarah Ware at the service line for the Bulldogs. Caitlin Kuntz with the pass. Janczykowski tip over the top. Nice pickup by Buchman. Out of system set for Coulter on the right side. Dig by Gilbert. Out of system set Kuntz. Janczykowski off the block and down. And the senior, Jacqueline Janczykowski, keeps Kamiak in this one. Adriana Kempton in to serve for Kamiak. Sloan Spencer in to play the right pin. Buchman, beautiful back set for Coulter, but she fires it into the tape. And Kamiak, with the freshman at the service line, forces Monroe into a timeout, 23-all. Looking at the other side, it's Carly Bond swinging just out of play for Glacier Peak. 17 serving 19. Monroe, looks like they have Jill Porter at the service line back there. Nope, sorry, that's Lilia Perez at the service line for the Bearcats. They're up 2-0. Oh, what a get. On a lift called, I'm thinking that was, well, we have it on camera, but it's far away, so you can't really see it. I'm going to pretend I couldn't really see it either, because it just looked like the ball bounced off of her, which would not be a lift. Back over, Adriana Kempton serving for the Kamiak Knights. They've got a 2-0 lead, but it has been heavy play by the Bulldogs. It's kept them, Mount Vernon that is, in this match in set number 3, and it's Naomi Oates with the kill to force set point here. Kennedy Coulter goes to the service line, the lefty. That brings the setter Abby Buchman to the front row. She has Angelo and Oates in the front row with her, and Colton misses the serve and then immediately looks at her, gives the coach a questionable look. The senior Jacqueline Janczykowski back to the service line for Kamiak now. Kempton's a freshman. She's your setter, your senior libero, Haley Gilbert. Forrester, Canute, and Spencer in the front row. Out of system free ball from Angelo to Gilbert. Kempton outside for Canute, rolls it off the block, and that is a lift call against Buchman, and it is match point number 1 for Kamiak. Natalie Ayotte just misfired on a jump top spin. Monroe 19, Glacier Peak 21 with Monroe serving on the other side. Here's Janczykowski. Buchman, quick outside for Oates. Nice pickup by Jackie. Kempton plops this one up. Hannah Canute. Nice dig by number 4. Buchman again. Oates off the block and cover by Spencer. And yeah, that's a double contact. Yeah, it was Hannah Canute who got both touches on that. Good job by the official being right on top of that. And we got bonus volleyball in set number 3. Naomi Oates at the service line for Mount Vernon. And some rearranging happening. Not exactly sure what's happening here, what Greg Post is looking for. He's not happy about something. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Sarah Day with a kill from the left pin for the Monroe Bearcats. 20 serving 22 now. Monroe's Lexi Carpenter at the service line on court number 2. Bearcats 2-0 lead over the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Emily Hastings, big swing and a big kill for Glacier Peak. She looks to have found her rhythm in set number 3. So the officials calling a replay on that last ball. So it looked from my angle like Hannah Canute touched the ball twice in a row, but it apparently was not Hannah Canute touching the ball twice in the row, or the official's not sure if Hannah Canute touched the ball twice in a row. So it should still be match point for Kamiak at 25-24. Trying to work to get the score table caught up now. Jacqueline Yonchikowski's back at the service line. It's just like nothing happened there a minute ago. Meanwhile, Glacier Peak 24-20 over Monroe on the other side. Bearcats call a timeout. Set point for the Grizzlies as they try and force a set number 4. District 1 4A playoffs here on STSPN.com. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'm Matty Bishop. Today's action brought to you by Uprising Volleyball, Ace Hardware Lake Stevens, McDaniel's Do-It Center, GNS Heating and Cooling, and Fred's Rivertown Ale House. Don't forget, at the end of each match, we will give away Speedway Chevrolet Player of the Match to the most deserving player that we can find. Jacqueline Yonchikowski with the serve for the Kamiak Knights. Sarah Ware pops this one up. Abby Buchman out of the back row. Coulter off the block, pick up by Yonchikowski. Here's Hannah Canute with the swing for the match. She gets the touch. Kamiak gets the win. 26-24 in set number 3. And Kamiak moves on to face the winner of Monroe Glacier Peak at 7 p.m. We'll have updates for you on STSPN.com while we're covering the championship match happening on the other court. Glacier Peak takes set number 3, and they will force a 4th set over on court number 2. So what's about to happen, we're going to do a quick player of the match for the Kamiak Mount Vernon match. We're going to do our Speedway Chevrolet player of the match there, and then we're going to come back to set number 4 in progress for Kamiak Monroe. No, we're not going to come back to set number 4 in progress for Kamiak Monroe. We're going to take a break. I'm going to go get something to eat, apparently. And then we'll come back and we'll give you updates. We'll catch some more of that match if we can. And we'll get back to you here in just a moment. Hey, right now, stay with us. Speedway Chevrolet, player of the match, coming up for the Kamiak Mount Vernon match in just about a minute on STSPN.com. Welcome back inside Marysville Pilchuck High School, where the Kamiak Knights have taken down the Mount Vernon Bulldogs 3-0 in a loser-out match for the District 1 4A playoffs here. I've got our Speedway Chevrolet player of the match, Sam Gregory, senior setter for the Kamiak Knights. Sam, wonderful win tonight. Good job holding off a big comeback there for Mount Vernon in set 3. Talk to me, as a senior, as a leader on your team, coming off a disappointing match like the match against Jackson Tuesday. Talk to us about what the mindset was you guys had coming into tonight.
Well, we knew that it was all or nothing, and so we didn't want to end our season like we did at the last game, so we just put it all on the court.
Excellent. So, Sam, we've watched your offense throughout the course of the year. You've got an incredibly balanced offense. You do a really nice job, tons of weapons. Talk to us a little bit about, as a setter, how you managed to find enough volleyballs for all those hitters to hit.
Well, it makes it really good when our passing's really great, which it always is, and I feel like I can trust every single hitter out there.
Fantastic. Sam Gregory, has been a fantastic team effort. Congratulations on the win. You guys have another match, so we aren't going to keep you too long here. We're just going to wrap up real quick on STSPN.com. We'll be back at about 7, maybe a few minutes before, with the District 1 4A championship match, and we'll give you updates from the Kamiak versus the winner of Monroe Glacier Peak match happening at the same time. On behalf of our sponsors, Uprising Volleyball, Ace Hardware Lake Stevens, McDaniel's Do-It Center, Fred's Rivertown Ale House, and Speedway Chevrolet, I'm Matty Bishop. We'll be back in just a few, everyone. Great job, Sam. Thank you so much. Good luck tonight. Oh, yeah, sorry. We need multiple pictures. The big camera picture is not enough.